Am I live? Am I really, really live? Hi, everybody. Okay, so I know that this is the wrong time to do this because Mercury is getting retrograde, right? But I changed the way I'm streaming. So things are a little bit goofy, a little bit wonky, but that's okay. It's all okay because patience, positivity, and persistence. Yes, it is all about persistence today. That's for sure. So, anyway, hope everybody's having a great day so far. Okay, who's here? I can't tell. Okay, with this new way that I'm doing this, I can't tell how many people are here. I can't tell who's here. So, you got to put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat if you're here. Hi, Bernadette. Nice to see you. Yeah, I can't tell how many people are here. So it's just very odd. This is a very odd new way of me doing things. So yay. Hi, everybody. Okay, so now I have so much to tell you. And it's so funny to me that the things that I do, like during the day, relate to, and spirit works this out, relate to the stuff that I'm doing online. Okay. So this week on Patreon, okay, all of the posts that I post and everything has to do with mindfulness. Okay. Hey, Rachel. Hi, Rachel. That was weird. Sorry about that. Okay. So anyway, so everything that I'm doing this week relates to mindfulness. So today I've had this weird day. Now, we're all probably having strange days because, well, I don't know. Maybe that's not 100% true, but we're all probably having some weirdnesses going on because of Mercury getting ready to go retrograde, right? However, what I want to say about this is this. First of all, I just want to chat for a few minutes about what mindfulness is. What is mindfulness? So here's my thought. When most people hear the word mindfulness, what do you think of? You think about maybe clearing your mind, sitting perfectly still, meditating, or somehow achieving, this constant state of peace. Okay. But the reality is, mindfulness isn't really any of those. Okay. Hey, Frank. Mindfulness isn't really any of those. Okay. Mindfulness is not about escaping life, it's about allowing yourself to sort of fully arrive in it. Okay. So here's the thing. So often, a lot of us go through life on autopilot. And I'm sorry, you're lying if you've never done this, right? If you can say, oh, I don't go on autopilot, you're lying. Okay. What do we do? What do I mean by that? We tend to replay yesterday's conversations. Today, I've been replaying 40 years ago conversations, right? So that's where I'm at, right? We replay, we think about we worry, actually, I don't want to say we think about the worry, we worry about tomorrow and all those what ifs, which generally I usually love, we spend very little time right where we are, okay? Our bodies are here, but our minds are somewhere else. Okay. And I'm sure that most of us have felt that, the spiritual invitation, I'm going to say it that way, of mindfulness is much deeper than simply paying attention. Okay. It is the practice of becoming present enough to notice that this moment right here, right now, is alive with spirit. Okay. So I want you to think about that for a minute. Spirit doesn't live in the yesterday. Okay. Spirit isn't waiting for you to, deal with next Tuesday's to-do list. Spirit is here, right now, in this breath. in this heartbeat, in this sacred moment that will never be repeated. Ooh, right? And aren't we lucky that that happens, you know? So I really feel like so many of us believe that our spiritual growth happens during those big moments. The signs, the readings, the breakthroughs, the profound experiences, you know? And certainly those are big moments, okay? And things can happen in those moments. But I want you to consider that some of your deepest spiritual awakenings will happen in the quiet, in the pause, in that space between the thoughts. Okay? So, in the simple awareness that you are alive and you are connected to something far greater than yourself, that is mindfulness. Right? Mindfulness isn't asking you to be somebody different. I promise you that. It's not asking you to fix yourself. And it's not asking you to stop feeling emotions or stop having thoughts altogether, right? It is simply asking you to witness what is already here with kindness and with curiosity. Right? So to notice your thoughts without becoming your thoughts, to feel your emotions without being consumed by them, to experience your life without constantly trying to rush every moment. Oh my God, I am the queen of rushing to the next moment. I don't know about you guys. Tell me if you feel the same way. Okay? Because when we stop running, when we stand and we stop running, something beautiful happens. We begin to hear the whispers that we are missing. We notice those nudges of intuition. We feel the presence of spirit that has been walking beside us all along. You know, our soul speaks softly. It doesn't usually shout over the noise of a busy mind. It reveals itself in stillness, in awareness, in the sacred practice of paying attention, right? And perhaps that is what mindfulness truly is. It's not concentration, not perfection, not the absence of thought. It's kind of like a willingness to meet this moment exactly as it is. And notice that spirit is already here. Spirit is not hidden. Spirit is not far away, not waiting for us to become more spiritual. Just being here, breathing, walking with us, moment by moment. So, as we move into readings for the night, I want you to allow yourself to put away any expectations, okay? And simply be present and see what spirit reveals to you tonight. That's the fun part of spirituality. Just being open to see what spirit has for us next, right? Ooh, and that's so much fun. I mean, I'm sorry, but to me, that is just so much fun. So, all right, now I got to tell you why this makes so much sense. Today, I had a little bit of a weird sort of meltdown on social media. Oh my God. Right? Okay, so yesterday, the article came out, right, where I was interviewed by Voyage LA magazine, okay? And I posted it on my personal Facebook page. And I posted it everywhere else too. So you may have seen it, you may not have, I don't, whatever. And it was really interesting, you guys, because what ended up happening was I became really aware of the people that I'm friends with on Facebook that are old friends, new friends, whatever. And I became aware of how many of us, and I do this too, right? Just sort of stalk everybody. We're just sort of there on Facebook. We're just sort of there. We're watching what everybody's doing, but we're not interacting. And that's one of the problems I think with Facebook. And this has been talked about ad nauseum, obviously, but like the fact that everybody's life seems so perfect on Facebook. Because why would you? It takes a lot of guts to post the crap. I almost said something else, right? It takes a lot of guts to post the crap that's going on in your life on social media, right? However, so anyway, I posted about this and I was like, you know what? All these, and then I got a little irritable, let's just say, got a little irritable about the fact that, I mean, I may not like or comment on everybody's post on there, but I mean, these are some of these people I've known for like a really, really long time. And I was like, why aren't you like at least liking the fact that this is like a relatively big deal? I mean, it's not like I'm like the be all end all. I get that, right? But I mean, this like article was kind of a cool thing, and I really loved the way it came out. I really loved what was said, what I said. I was really happy with the way it turned out. And it kind of ended up being like the same old, the people that were the clickies, back when in whatever part of my life it was, they all comment on each other's stuff. Why is nobody commenting on mine? So anyway, saying that, and it's really fascinating. I posted my thoughts about it, right? So then all of a sudden, all these people are like, oh my God, I didn't post because of blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't post that to make people feel guilty about it, right? It wasn't about feeling guilty about it. It was just about like acknowledging. I was just sort of venting, right? But I feel like I created an awareness of that, So going forward on Facebook, I'm going to try to be more myself. And actually, not even just on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, all of it. I'm going to really start to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. I really feel like I want to do that, So, okay. So Bernadette says, I definitely agree 100%. People on Facebook are not friends. I know. And you know what's so funny? And I'll say this, I'm friends with some people on Facebook that I never even spoke to in high school. Yet there they are. I'm friends with them. And that's fine. People, morph and they change, and that's all well and good. And I'm sure that these people that I didn't even really hang out with in high school, I would probably be friends with a lot of them now, but it's like, so at any rate, okay. People on Facebook are not friends. How many of them would drop everything to help? Oh, in my case, probably one. That's if I'm about to die. Oh, geez, Bernadette. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. So if you can comment on this, because it's a very real thing to me, and it's just so stupid, and it's like I have to be on social media just because of the nature of my business, and it's kind of interesting. Oh, Nadine says, ooh, hi, Nadine. Just to play devil's advocate, maybe these people don't see the post. Very true. I did think that through. However, there's a few, well, okay, I'm going to say more than a few, but several people that I know are on Facebook all the time, and they've commented on other posts. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm kind of thinking of that. And thank you for bringing that up, Nadine, because that's true. That's the reality of it, So it's really, really fascinating. Okay. So Bernadette says, always be yourself, no matter who likes it or not. I know, right? And that's what I want all of us to sort of embrace. We should just be ourselves no matter what. And if somebody doesn't like it, then that's kind of their problem. It reminds me of, the Four Agreements. So loving that. Um, oh, Bernadette, you're so sweet. Always be yourself no matter who likes it or not. That's a them problem. And that is number 2 of the Four Agreements. Just saying, you know. That's why most people don't like me. Don't say that. I think you're beautiful, Bernadette. You're a beautiful soul. You are trying so hard. And I love that, because isn't that what we're all doing? You're real. That's what I love about you. I think you're amazing. So, and Nadine says, then they're not genuine. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. So, and then Tim said, hi, Tim from South Carolina. I stepped away from Facebook and social media during COVID. I agree with Bernadette. Yeah, absolutely. It's so true. But unfortunately, I mean, I actually don't, I get a lot of, I'm learning how to create my own community. You know what I mean? Like on Patreon, I have the community, the spiritual community. Like we're building it. We're in the process of building it, and it's beautiful. Everyone that's on here tonight, Bernadette and Frank and Jackie, all of you are so beautiful. Nadine, love you, Nadine. Nadine is my sister-in-law. She has to love me. No, that's not true. I have other sister-in-laws that, anyway, let's just not go there. Okay. I hope that made you giggle, Nadine. So anyway, all right. So let's jump into readings. Where does this sit for you? Tell me tell me your thoughts. Tell me where you're at. Okay, so Bernadette says, thanks. I agree, Tim. I've been taking breaks. Yeah, and that's actually a really good idea, to take breaks from social media. It hurts your ego because I have a podcast. My soul is restless. I had to listen. Absolutely. Wow, you're so aware, Bernadette. You're so aware, and I really want to bring that home to you. Just because somebody in your life, in your physical life, or somebody online says something, or you're not, that doesn't matter. Find your community. Find your community. We're all here, right? Tim says, I agree with Nadine. Also, because people are not genuine. So true, and that's what, I'm trying to be more, you're going to laugh when I say this. I try to be more genuine. I try, and I'll say things whenever I think about it, but sometimes in the moment, I don't think about it in time to be, to post and stuff. So, all right. Yes, that made you giggle. Yes, I know. Okay. So anyway, okay. So you know what I'm going to do? Oh my God, you guys, last night. No, it wasn't last night. Yes, it was last night. Okay. I was live on Inside Timer, and I pulled a card, and I don't know if everybody knows exactly what channeling is, but I started channeling, and it was like the words weren't coming into my head. They were just kind of coming in to my crown chakra and just coming out of my mouth, right? That is channeling. There's different levels of it, so I'm not going to get into that right now. But I feel like that I want to pull a card to start us off with readings and stuff, and start thinking if anybody wants a reading, area of your life that you'd like some clarity on. If you want to hear from somebody, let me know. This is really interesting that I just pulled this card. Look at this. I pulled the patience card, and it says snail. Oh my God. First of all, look at the butterflies, but look at the little gnome guy, the little elf guy. Oh my God, how much I love this deck. This is the Mystical Garden Oracle by Denise Lynn, who you guys know I absolutely love. She's such a spiritual guru for me. Patience. Patience, positivity, persistence. Those are my words for, oh my God, I think that is me. Oh my God, Jackie, you're so cute. Yeah. Patience, positivity, and persistence, because we're heading into Mercury being retrograde. And like I said before, I have said this multiple times, but the reality is that some people don't get really affected by it, but I do. So for me, like today, oh my God. I mean, this week, people driving, they're nuts. Nuts. I don't know why, because they don't have the patience, they don't have the the persistence, or maybe they have too much persistence, they're driving like maniacs kind of thing. But I really want to say that patience right now in so many areas of our lives is such an important what's the word I want to say? It's a virtue, right? Patience is such a beautiful virtue to have right now. And I don't just mean because Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. I'm actually meaning, um, because of just all of the things that life is throwing us, the energy that life is throwing us right now, and spirit is there to help us as in giving us this card to start everything off with. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So Frank says, Jackie, you're so cute. Know what will happen on court Monday again regarding custody. However, I have a life reading too. Okay, so Frank, go ahead and ask me whatever question you want. Let me just, actually, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to pull Salama. Nice to see you. Okay, Sela. Is it Sela? Sela. That's probably what your name is. I'm sorry. It's just when it all goes together. Like if it was, like Johnson or Albert. Do you know what I mean? Like I would know where it is. Salam. Sorry. And I know that you've been on here before, and I just have a little bit of it means peace. Oh, now I will remember it from now on. You watch. I love that for you. Oh my God. Salam. That is so beautiful. Okay. So Frank, I am pulling a card. This is specifically a card for Monday's court. Ooh. Okay. All right. Don't freak out when I turn this card up for you. Okay. It says solitude. Okay. Now, what I want to say, Frank, is that this is what I'm getting for you. It's going to feel like you are all alone and that you don't have a soul on your side. It's going to feel like that. In fact, I feel like that it feels like that now. However, you are going into court on Monday with a huge spiritual army behind you. Okay. You've got lots of loved ones on the other side. Number one, you've got guides that are right there with you. I want you to understand that, feel that, know that for Monday. Okay. I really want you to know that. Okay. Then it says, do you see the judge coming down on Lisa regarding what she has done over the course of these issues, robbing me, keeping my son? Okay. Tim, I'm an Aries too. Frank, I feel like that the judge is going to sort of reprimand her a bit, but I don't think it's gonna, like, you, and obviously I understand this. You want him to, the judge, whoever it is, to come down really hard on her. But I'm really kind of getting that I feel like that there are sections, okay, to this whole thing. I feel like that there's this, and there's this. There's different areas, different aspects to this. And so what I really want to say about this is that try not to jumble it all together, okay? In your thoughts, in your mind, in your heart, okay? Try not to put it all together. Take and in court, take each individual situation. The custody battle, that's one thing. Okay. What were the other things you said? Robbing. That's another thing, her attitude. Okay. I keep hearing this. Okay. Whether it's my guides or your guides or whoever, stay patient. Do not roll your eyes. Do not, this is I'm sure that maybe your attorney has probably all told you this as well, but I feel like I'm really supposed to tell you, go in there being meek and humble and in awe and in gratitude. Okay. And I know you're probably saying to yourself, what do I have to be grateful for about this? Guess what? You're getting your life back. Okay. So that's where the gratitude is coming in. Go in there with a grateful heart. Okay. And know that this community will be behind you 100%. It's thinking good thoughts for you on Monday. Okay. Much love to you. So much love to you. So Salam, you are in Ethiopia. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. The last thing I want to say about to you, Frank, is that it's going to be a longer process than you really want, but I think overall you're going to be able to you're going to be able to see things in a new light. Okay. This isn't going to be the be all end all. I think that there's going to be other sessions, and I'm really sorry to tell you that. But just have the patience. Actually, this is great for you too. Patience, positivity, persistence. Okay. So, and then email me after it's done. Okay. All right. So Tim says, as an Aries, I lack filters too. Yepper, Tim, I'm right there with you. I am very direct and speak purposefully. Absolutely. See, yes, Aries, it gets you in trouble every time. Me too. That was what today, as soon as I posted it and people started like feeling kind of guilty. Like my best friend texted me and was like, oh my God, we weren't talking about me. And I'm like, no, I wasn't talking about you, kind of thing. And then I started feeling guilty because I spoke up, blah, blah, blah. Right, Tim? Oh my gosh, right? People love me or hate me. Oh, and then both for some reason. I'm right there with you. That's great. That is so, I'm right there with you. And then Tim says to Frank, I have been through that with some exes from ex and her ex. Very difficult. Much love, Frank. Okay. So Salam says job opportunities in the near future. I want to say we talked about this before, but I don't remember. Just as an FYI, I generally don't remember readings. So if I tell you something different, or if I tell you the exact same thing, I apologize for that. Sometimes things shift. I might tell you something now, and then between now and then, things shift. So just throwing that out there to you. Okay, Salam. I'm actually going to pull a Sacred Destiny card. Okay, so here is the Sacred Destiny card, which I love this deck because it tends to be a little bit more. I don't want to say serious, but it's not as whimsical as the Mystical Garden. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I love this for you, Salam. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so I pulled the relaxation card, which doesn't that look fantastic? Who doesn't want to be on that hammock right now? Good Lord. Like really. Okay, so what I'm getting about this is for you. Hi, Katie. Thanks for being here. So Salam, what I'm getting about this for you is that I think I'm supposed to tell you to not allow yourself to, and I know this is easier said than done, but okay, actually, you know what? I'm hearing this whole thing. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing this whole thing. What I'm hearing is that there is so much in play for you right now. I really am getting that there are several things in play for you. And it's all like it, and I don't know if you're a believer in the whole manifestation thing and how energy works and all that stuff. I feel like you probably are, just based on your energy that I can feel right now. But what I really want to say about this for you is that it's already in play. And in time, you will get the perfect job. And I feel like that this card, this relaxation card, as goofy as it is, to like say, oh, just relax, as goofy it is to say that, I feel like that this is just sort of it's kind of a validation card for you, so that you know that spirit has your back. And spirit is working through all of the stuff that needs to be worked through, so that you can so that you will get the job that is right for you. I'm feeling like that I'm supposed to tell you too, oh, you're going to love this. Love it or hate it, I'm going to say it, right? Because I always have to say what spirit tells me. But what I'm really getting about this is that enjoy the time off. Okay. So enjoy this time, because I feel like that once you get the job, I think you're going to be super busy. I see you busy, 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 busy. Okay. So that being said, okay, Salam, I feel like I am feeling like a grandfather around you. Do you have a grandfather in spirit? I feel like that this grandfather was very busy. He was always working, always, and it wasn't just like what I'm getting. And tell me if this makes sense to you, Salam, okay? Because what I'm really feeling like is that he was very busy with his job, but he was also very busy taking care of like the community. Yes, you do. Okay, so you understand what I'm talking about. You know who this is, I feel like. He just wants you to know that when he was a very busy person and hardworking. Yes. And he's telling me that you are the same way. So this downtime, enjoy your time off, because, and I don't want to say time off because I still feel like you're doing stuff. It's not like you're just sitting around. Yes. And I feel like that you are so super similar to him, because I feel like that you are loved in your community, and you're just, everybody just has your back. And I feel like that it's that same sort of thing, and I just want to say that he's with you. He's got your back. He's helping spirit, through spirit and him, like working things through. Okay. So that whatever job comes to you is going to be the job that you're supposed to have. Oh, love that. Oh my gosh. I love that. And Salam, it's okay to lean on the community. The community has your back. This community has your back. We are small, but we are mighty. And I feel like that this community has your back as well. But I feel like that the people that you know in your town, I feel like that things are just starting to come together for you. So, oh wow. Am I going to have in the near future? Well, I gotta be honest, I'm not actually getting a time frame. They're not giving me a time frame. It's been almost 9 months. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a little bit longer. But I feel like that once you do get a job, it's going to be an amazing job. Like, I feel like that the things are shifting and it's all going to work out the way it's supposed to. Please understand that, I feel like the next 2 months are going to be pivotal in this. Okay. And I feel like I keep saying, go and do go into the community, and it may be difficult to do sometimes, but just rely on your friends. Okay. And yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to like bring that point home. Okay. And your grandfather's with you. You have a whole slew of people on the other side that are with you. So, okay. Much love to you, Salam. Oh, and I'm so glad that you're back and you're here. Thank you for being here. I love this. Love this. Oh my gosh. And Katie says, love anything that I need to know at this time. Oh, hi, Katie. Of course. Absolutely. You're so welcome, Salam. All right, Katie, what is it that I think I missed some comments and I apologize. But so Katie, is there a question that you have? Love anything that I need to know at this time. I love that. But if you have a specific question, I also am getting, ooh, this is interesting. I have got somebody here in spirit for you. Hey, Keith. How are you, Keith? I feel like that you have a friend in spirit. So, Katie, try to give me yeses and nos with this. I'm gonna pull a card for you in a second, but they had me hold the cards, but I'm supposed to hold off for right now. Katie, I'm feeling like that you have a friend in spirit that has passed, and it's been a little while. I don't feel like that this friend was extremely close to you, but there was a period and I feel like it's a girl, a lady, um, in your life, and you became close. Yeah. So tell me if that makes sense to you. It's a girl, and I feel like that she was quite shy. I'm just gonna say, I feel like whenever I like tap into her energy, I feel like I'm gonna go like this a little bit, because I feel like she's a little bit shy. Um, it's not resonating. Okay. Wonder who this is. Do you have a friend from a while ago that has passed that you know of? If we can't figure out who this is, I'm just going to give it another minute to try to percolate within you. She does have a message for you. I'm going to give that to you because maybe it's a guide. It doesn't feel like a guide though. Usually guides give me a specific feeling, right? Okay. Yeah, and it's so interesting because I feel like that you are one age, but then she's showing me younger. This could have been a while ago. Again, you weren't close friends, okay? But you did some really nice things for her, okay? Throughout her life. And I feel like it had to do with kind of helping her come out of her shell a little bit. This might have been somebody at work. I don't know. Maybe just to open up your sort of your sphere of influence there, might be somebody at work. At first I was thinking it was somebody in school, but it was somebody that you saw relatively often. And I feel like that you said something to her at one point and it really helped her come out of her shell. Okay. So this is really just a sort of a thank you. You haven't had any friends pass that you're aware of. Okay. Might be a work person or a school person, that sort of thing. So, okay, at any rate, she says thank you. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So if you think about it, and there's this thing, it's a very real phenomenon called psychic amnesia. I have had people have no idea what I was talking about, and then later on, they would be like 3 o'clock in the morning. They would like wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Oh my god, I know exactly who that is. Oh my god," kind of thing. So I just want to give you the message of she really appreciated just who you were to her. Okay. So take that for what it is, and I'll move on. All right. So I needed to say all that. That was very interesting. Okay. So I am pulling this card for you, Katie, and we're going to see where this goes. Oh, I love this card for you. Okay. It says it's abundance, and it's an apple tree. Oh my gosh, how much I love this card for you. I feel like that you are, first of all, I feel like that your energy is, it's beautiful. Let me just say that, first of all. It is generally because, okay, as much as I call myself a happy medium, and as much as I seem like I'm up all the time, there's times when I'm down, that I'm sad, or whatever. But what I want to say about this is, Katie, is that I feel like that your energy is usually upbeat and very, very positive. Okay. And I feel like that in your life, there is quite a bit of abundance. And please don't take this the wrong way, but they're wanting me to highlight that. And I don't know if there's something that's going on right now that's kind of not so great in your life. And it kind of, I feel like that there's something that's sort of bringing you, I don't want to say bringing you down, but just like causing pause, let's just say. You've been struggling a bit. Okay. So that's what I'm sensing, right? But it's so interesting because I feel like I'm supposed to talk about, focusing on the gratitude. There is so much in your life that is going amazing. Okay. And it's beautiful. There was a situation with your youngest son. I feel like that I'm supposed to talk with this about the abundance of love. Okay. An abundance of just joy overall. So I want to say that is what spirit wants you to focus on. Okay, in terms of this reading right here, right now. I feel like that the situation with your youngest son is, there are so many things that you're grateful for, of course. And I was nervous to say that because I'm not getting that you're just not a grateful person, and that you're, you know what I mean? So I want you to know that I sense that you are this beautiful soul that is definitely sits in gratitude and all that, but I sense some struggle. Okay. So now getting into your son, I'm sort of tapping into his energy a little bit. And I feel a lot of the word that's coming to me right now is confusion. Okay. I feel like that he is confused about quite a few things. And I don't think that he is necessarily, he's not a bad kid at all. But I think that there's some confusion around some things. Like I feel like that somebody, and I don't feel it was you, and I don't feel it was anybody in your nuclear family, but I feel like that somebody sort of did him wrong. Okay. And honestly, I feel like that I don't want to say it's the first time that it's ever happened to him, but this, for whatever reason, this particular situation is just leaning on his heart. And I don't even know that you know about this situation. I don't know that he has been able to sort of talk about it. Okay. So, yeah, I really feel like that he is a good kid. His fiance is causing the problems. And okay, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like that, I got to be honest, he's starting to see what's going on with the fiance. And I really want to say, he hasn't talked to you since February. He's seeing it. Know that he is seeing what was going on. Okay. So just know that things are happening behind the scenes. Okay. He's dealing with something he's never dealt with before, obviously. Right. I mean, he's never had a an issue. I don't think that was between, his mom and his fiance. He's never dealt with a situation like this before. So I think that is the confusion. I think that it's just taking him some time to really see it fully, because he doesn't want to see what's been happening. He doesn't want to see it. Okay. So he just bought a house with her. Okay. It's just going to be one of those things that he sees. And it's going to be one of those things that, it's like life lesson. Okay. I feel like that midsummer, possibly, he will reach out to you. Okay. Yeah, it kind of feels like he needs a little bit of time. Of course it scares you, but he has lessons to learn. Absolutely. Yeah. Um, of course it's hard on your heart. Absolutely. Because you want the best for your kid. I totally get that. My daughter's dealt with a breakup, and it just ripped my heart out. But guess what? She's dating again. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are life lessons that need to be learned, sometimes. So yeah, I think if you, I'm not getting to see my grandson either. You will again. Don't worry. This is going to resolve itself. I feel like that this next, I'm just going to say it, when Mercury goes retrograde, things start to go kaflooey, communication breakdowns, all of these things happening. Okay. So I want to say that, but I also want to say that this could be good for him. I feel like that he's overall working through it, and he's going to be okay. Things are going to be fine. It's going to take some more time. Okay. But I feel like that while Mercury's retrograde, he's going to have I feel like there's some aha moments coming. Okay. And it's going to be hard. It's hard on him, not talking to his mom, but dealing with his fiance. Hello, there are things all over the place with that. I feel in my heart, everything will eventually be fine. Just struggling in the last few days. Of course you are, because and I got to tell you, I'm really getting the feeling that you are quite the empath, and has anybody ever told you that before, Katie? I feel like that you are quite an empath in your own right. And you struggle with that, as we all do. I'm an empath as well. And I struggle with that. I struggle with, when somebody says boo, or you go past somebody and you just, and I've used this before. I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about this before, but it's kind of like, oh, you're a psychic medium too? Oh, Katie. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm excited that you're a psychic medium, but I'm so sorry, because I feel like when there's situations like that, it just makes it even worse when we're a medium, because we feel that energy in a whole different way. Okay. So you already probably know that things are going to be okay, but I do feel like that this summer is going to be pivotal. Okay. Has anybody told you that, or are you getting the vibe of that? I feel like, yeah, this summer, this next couple of months is going to be kind of pivotal. And yeah, again, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it will work itself out. He's got to come to terms, because a lot of times, when we have a significant other, we just go with their flow, even though it doesn't strike us as great all the time. Sometimes we just go along with it because we feel like that's what we need to be doing, if that makes sense. I've heard maybe the end of the year. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm getting a little, I'm not getting it's going to be that long. Maybe the whole entire process, like the actual, moving on. But I got to tell you though, I actually feel like that he's got somebody else spiritually that is sort of waiting in the wings. And I don't mean like that he necessarily knows who this is yet. Okay. But I feel like that there's somebody else that is sort of, and I'm not sure I believe in soulmate kind of thing, but it's going to be soulmate. And I feel like that there's a like a thread that is going to be going through their lives together, and it's going to be amazing. Something I don't know if it's my feeling sometime or his. Oh yeah, totally understand that. Oh yeah, just keep meditating on it and keep the faith. And we are such a great community here, and it's getting more and more. So I just want you to know, you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts, you're in my my heart. So I wish you the best on that. So much love, much love. Okay, so is there anybody else that would like, oh, what is that? I believe he's going to find his soulmate and have a, yeah, I believe that too. And I believe that it's coming. I don't know that either one of them knows that it's coming, but sometimes, and I just told my daughter this, it's like, sometimes you have to shuck a lot of the oysters to get the pearl, and every relationship teaches you something different. Things that you want out of a relationship, things that you don't want out of a relationship. But then you'll find the one where the threads just kind of magically intertwine, and then it becomes beautiful. So, I wish you so much love. Yeah, definitely feel that for you. Oh, absolutely. Oh, good. I'm so glad you feel a little bit better. That's good. That makes me feel better. Okay, so if nobody does anybody else have a question? Anybody have a question? By the way, if you're watching this, if this is something interesting for you, if you're enjoying like the camaraderie that we have here, I have a free Patreon page. Okay. So it's patreon.com/Lauri Albert. Okay. So my name is Lauri, Lauri. Last name is Albert, like Einstein. I used to say, whenever somebody would say, oh, what's your last name? I'd be like, it's Albert, like Fat Albert. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to say it like that anymore. So now I'm saying it like Albert, like Einstein. I know, I'm so weird that way. So anyway, I have a Patreon page. I do live meditations on there. I go live periodically, live on there periodically. And I have, there's a lot of meditations that are in storage on there that you can access, and it's free. So if you're interested at all, go sign up. It's free, and we can chat on there. I mean, it's just, my whole goal in life is to create a spiritual community like we have here. I mean, the people that come to this Thursday night thing, I just feel like that it's so divinely led, and I'm just honored that you guys would spend some time with me. So thank you for that. Tim, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. All right. And let's do one more. I'm going to do one more card for all of us. This is going to be the community card for us for the week. Till next. Oh, yay. I love this card. Hey, Jackie. Yes, that's quartz. It's clear quartz. And it was, wait, there it is. Yeah, it's right there. It is massive, and it was not cheap. I got a really good deal on it. And there was a whole bunch of them. There's this one that was gorgeous there, but it wasn't supposed to be mine. This one was supposed to be mine. So yeah, that is my clear quartz, and it enhances the energy in the spirit room. So there you go. All right. So this is for all of us. Yay. Magic. Believe in the magic. Believe in the magic, you guys. It's always right there. It's ours for the picking, kind of like that apple tree, it's right there. Believe in the magic. It is always at our fingertips. That's what I love about what I do, because when we believe in the magic takes hold in our heart. That magic takes hold in our heart. And it's so beautiful and so loving. And what you believe, you can achieve. And I don't mean to sound all goofy about that, but it's so true. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh my God. Unicorns are your favorite. You know what? And look at the girl. I mean, seriously, look at her. She's a little elf girl. She's a little elf girl, and she's going to ride her unicorn into bliss. So until next week, thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for being and dealing with me over all of this new technological stuff. I'm trying different things, so just be patient with me. Thank you. Appreciate it. And yeah, until next time, you can go to my website, laurialbert.com. You can go to my Patreon. Lots of fun stuff going on there. And thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great night, you guys. Namaste. Take care.